Hi everyone, and welcome to the second set of panel discussions for Creative Sydney this year. This is Local Talent, Global Market. I'd like to introduce our panel, and then I'll tell you a little bit about tonight's theme to give you an idea of what we're going to be talking about. So sitting next to me, we've got James Hackett from Hackett Films. And we've got James's #1 fan, Sean Ashby from Aussiebum. We've got Axel and Glen from Modular Records. And Rob Belgiovane from BWM. This is our only all-male panel, except for me.
I'm gay, so I'm trying.
We're going to have to watch this one, I think. The session tonight is really about the idea of Sydney being the studio for the world. We often hear the idea from people like Kevin Rudd that Australians punch above our weight. And we actually do. We do export a lot of creative talent. Our actors win Oscars and they're in pretty much every movie and TV show you can think of. Our music is listened to all over the world thanks to guys like Modular. And our fashion labels have had an amazing cut through as well. So let's explore why some labels and some creative businesses are able to reach an international audience. And let's hear some advice from some people who've done it all before to help give you an edge when you're trying to reach an international audience. Now, the kind of key ideas that we're going to be exploring include looking at the obstacles and also the opportunities that exist for people exporting creative ideas. At the moment, there recently in April, there was the Creative Industries Report Card, which was released by the Queensland University of Technology. And it found that Australia was actually a net importer of creative content. So there's a huge opportunity for creative business to reach the world and to find huge new markets all over the place. So we're going to look at some strategies for doing that and hopefully take some questions from you all which relate to your own businesses and careers. So please think about those now, and we'll come back and ask you some questions in about an hour from now. But we're going to kick things off by speaking to James Hackett from Hackett Films. So James.
Hello.
Hello. You might know James's work from the Enough Rope titles, the Disassociatives film clip, and also a really exciting new children's show, which anyone with kids is probably aware of, called Dirt Girl World. But I might get you to tell us a little bit about Hackett.
Yeah, well, I've got a fun kind of montage cut to a track that we montaged. So maybe we might kick off with that, because basically we started with doing a lot of short form work, and that's the majority really of the work that we do. And I guess you'll see that in the montage. And then people started approaching us to develop series, and I think we probably developed about 2 or 3, and Dirt Girl World is one that happened. We developed it for our client Kate and Huey, who are musicians who live up in Lismore, and they had a great idea, and I'll talk a bit more about that specifically later, but let's click a button and see if something happens. And click it again. And click again.
Okay, a montage.
The M, the O, the N, T, the A, the G, the E. Montage. The M, the O, the N, T, the A, the G, the E.
And use the moon as a slingshot back to Earth. Moon Week.
Whatever montage you prefer.
The M, the O, the N, the T, the A, the G, the E.
Montage.
The M, the O, the N, the T, the A, the G, the E.
Montage. YouTube. Montage.
Montage. Yeah. I went off montages for a while, but so I'm back on them now. So much so that we got that track sort of mashed up by a musician. And these are some of the people that work at Hackett Films. And so that just sort of gives you an idea of some of the people. One of them coming up is Jean Camden, who was the series director on Dirt Girl. So I'll just shall I do a quick background to how that happened?
Yes, please.
So yeah, Kate I think she took our Dissociatives videos, she took a showreel over to MIP TV in the south of France, which is a big comedy, not comedy market, I think I'm saying comedy because I'm looking at myself being stupid. It's a big TV market. There is comedy there and there's children's TV and everything. And she took our showreel over there and she showed it to a few people in the context of this show she was developing. She was also developing a teen show, mostly at the time. That's what she was pouring her attention into. And Stephen Deneur from Decode was quite interested in this preschool project, and he liked the look of these music videos that we'd done. And so she was sort of saying, I'm thinking this kind of style and this kind of project. And so he was quite encouraging. So Kate gave us a bit of money to make a pilot, and we put a lot of time and money into that pilot. We put a whole lot of resources in from our end, and she put a whole lot from her end. And we made a 2-minute pilot, which was to a track called Go Get Grubby, which I can actually play you later on. And that basically, things really accelerated after we'd made that, because people could kind of see what they were buying into in some ways, which is a quite tricky thing with animation content and to some extent live action content. Is you have to be so demonstrative sometimes. You have to say this is exactly what you're getting, particularly if you're asking for a significant budget. I've got a bit more stuff that sort of shows the background. I don't think it's got any music. It sort of shows this sort of style progression for us. Some of these techniques are kind of techniques that we've been working with for about 8 years. And me and Jean used to work at the ABC together. And me and her have been working together on these sort of photo montage techniques. Although, as you can see from the montage, we do various other techniques because we get a bit bored of photo montage. And in fact, when Dirt Girl came to us, we were quite over photo montage. There she is. It's commissioned as animation, but it's not really. It's kind of live action stuck together in a rather strange way. But no one really, that doesn't matter, I suppose. But I was quite entertained by the fact that they all thought they were getting an animated show. And there are some animated bits, but really it's an actor performing with giant hands, and the hands have, articulated armatures inside to make them big so that they have that cartoony proportion. I think it's probably time for a question.